Hello and welcome to this Profit Protector Pro video. So I feel like it's been a little while since I've had one of these sorts of videos where it's just me and I'm not screen sharing. That is because I wanted to do something a teensy bit different today and talk about something that I don't really feel like I've talked about very much on this channel, just because there's not really been that much needed, because it's kind of a different topic to repricing, but it's still Amazon. So therefore, that just makes sense to me. And what I'm talking about is retail arbitrage, particularly what is it that you actually say to people when you're at the checkout. Now, I know that anyone that's tried retail arbitrage has definitely been in that position, or at least thought about it. And firstly, I think it's very easy to get like way too much into your head over these sorts of situations and retail arbitrage. And if you've got any thoughts on it, then please feel free to share them in the comments. But one of the questions that I've come across recently, which I thought would be really good to do a video on and share with you all, is what do you actually say when you're asked about buying large quantities? And I get it. I 100% understand if you're put on the spot by someone that works there and they're going, why are you getting so many of this thing? Like, what exactly do you say? Now, again, I think we get way too much into our heads about that and answering it, but I'm going to give you some lines that you can use if you ever get asked that, right? So you're buying loads of stuff from the store and you go to the checkout. You've got someone stood there. I was about to do a description, but I don't think that's a good idea. So you just got someone stood there at the checkout. You can fill that in yourself. And they say to you, oh, why have you got 20 bottles of Vanish spray? And you can just say, like, for stuff like that, when it's household things, like everyday sorts of things, which is a good idea to have as part of your Amazon inventory, by the way, replenishables, everyday essentials. If you can get some of those as part of your inventory, that's going to be really, really useful for you, because they're going to get bought all the time because there's a constant need for them. So if you've got 20 bottles of some household stuff, you can just say, hey, we get through it like quite a lot, like crazy, so I'm best off just stocking up so I'm not visiting all the time. You can use that line. There you go. I'm not going to charge you anything for using it. However, if it's something different, you can't really get away with that line. If you are buying, say, 20 JBL speakers or something like that, you can't just go, oh yeah, get through them. I mean, maybe you are, but it just sounds a bit, huh? So if you're looking for some lines to use for things that are non-household everyday essentials, then you can say to them something like, I've got like a few events coming up in general, and these make really good gifts, or, part of a gift bag that I'm putting together for, people that are turning up. Or you've got a work event and these are going to be giveaway items, or like a prize or something like that. So you can do things like that. And if you're thinking, can I do that for multiple products that are non-household things? Yeah, to me that would make sense. Like, you can have a range of prizes and like giveaway things, or things that you put in like a goodie bag or something like that. Even if it's like more expensive stuff, because I mean, they don't know like what your wealth status is. Like, something that costs you £50 a piece, say, might be like not very much for you. Anyway, those are some lines that you can use. But even if you tell them something that isn't like the examples I've given you, just whatever comes to your mind at the time and you're thinking, oh, should I have said that? It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. That's what I mean by it's really easy to get into your own head too much about when people ask you these things when you're doing retail arbitrage. Even when you're scanning, for example, you're there using Buy What Go, whatever app you use, and you're scanning away, scanning the barcodes and stuff, and you're worried about people asking you, what is it that you're doing? If you turn around and say retail arbitrage, I would place a bet that 8 in 10 people would be like, what's that? So therefore it doesn't matter. I mean, even if security come up to you and go, what are you doing? Like, you just go, I'm scanning these barcodes for this app and seeing how they do on Amazon, and they're going to be like, oh, all right. It's nothing that they can do you in for. So it doesn't really matter. And even if the person at the checkout or the person that walks past you in the aisle thinks, oh, that's weird. They think it for about 5 seconds and then they carry on with their day, because like you doing that doesn't really mean anything to them. It doesn't do anything to them. It doesn't do anything for them. So they will think, oh, that's strange. At most, I'm not saying they will, but if they are thinking anything and they do think, oh, that's strange, they think it for a few seconds and then they carry on with their day, because they've got loads of other things going on. If someone that works there, they've got the next person to serve and they've forgotten about you. If it's a random passerby, they're just passing by. So therefore it doesn't really matter. But if you want some lines, refer to this video, and you can use the lines that I've given you. Hopefully that helps clear a few things up surrounding retail arbitrage. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you very soon.